everyone. Hello ma'am. Just before starting my presentation, I would like to address you all. Till now, I would like to address this particular presentation as the most debateful, discussing controversial, statistical, analytical and photographical at this point. So, presenting our author, Miss Neeja, who is a research scholar from Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University. Talking about co-author, speaker, well, my name is Divyansh Khanna. I am a second year BA LLB student from CPJ College of Law. So, talking about the structure of my presentation, as we are having a constraint of 10 minutes, so my presentation is divided into two structures. At first initial 8 minutes, we would be having the presentation. I will be giving you a very comprehensive, detailed and analytical presentation. And in the last 2 minutes, which is reserved for the question and answer round, in which if any one of you will be having any query, please feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer your question. So, starting my presentation in 3, 2, 1. The media is the most important force for social good as well as social evil. Honorable and esteemed judges, why I am addressing this particular quotation? Because this particular quotation that I am addressing revolves around the sub-theme that I have selected for my research work. And yes guys, my sub-theme that I have selected for my research work is the role of media in bridging the governance and the citizen. Now coming to the most important agenda, that why I have selected this particular sub-theme. Why not other sub-theme? Because as per the particular theme, that is emerging trends in governance and global plurality, envisioning equilibrium, my sub-theme perfectly fits in the theme. And also you need to know that in the modern time where the democratic countries are currently progressing, the evolving relationship between the media and governance is not just a matter of public information, but now it has become a democratic empowerment and democratic engagement. So my research work basically aims to examine the whole mechanism and process that how media is having the manipulative power to bridge the relationship between the governance and the citizen. So let's just dive into a very basic introduction that why there is a need for media to interfere between the governance and the citizen. See, you need to understand that in a democratic country, there are two essential components, government and citizen. And there is very important to maintain a very good and cordial relationship between the governance and the citizen for effective and stable democratic country. So here the media comes into play, the media comes into force, where media through its mechanisms and functions maintain a good and cordial relationship between the governance and the citizen. Now, talking about the most important aspect, what is the purpose and scope of my research work? It is very important to tell you what is the purpose and scope, because through this you will understand that what Divyansh Khanna is trying to convey you through his research work. The first one is my research paper aims to explore and examine the whole mechanism and whole process that how this particular media bridges the relationship between the governance and citizen. And second one is the most important and interesting, which I think makes my research work more realistic and practical. My research work examines famous case laws and theory. And at the third, my research work also addresses the challenges and limitations that is brought by my sub-theme. So, coming to the first thing, that is what is the mechanism of the role of media in bridging governance and citizen. The first one is media is a conduit for information dissemination. You need to understand that every citizen in India possesses a fundamental right that is enriched in the Article 19 of the Indian Constitution, and that is right to information. As per the right to information, every citizen is entitled to be informed and aware about every government policies and action. So here the media comes into existence. What does the media do? It conduits and disseminates all the information of the government, actions, policies to the citizens. And also you need to understand that now our media has become so modern that in just one click in any social media platform, let us say Instagram, if I just need to see anything, just by simply clicking on the Instagram, I can get the recent posts and news of the government. So you can see how powerful the media is becoming nowadays. The second one is media is a mechanism for transparency and accountability. Here the media plays a role of watchdog. So media is having an entrusted with the power of freedom of press, where the media exposes the wrongdoings of the government. So at this case, the media is the guardian of the democracy. The media protects our democracy. It is very important to maintain the faith, hope and spirit of democracy. The third one, which is my favorite, as you all know, the media. First of all, you know that in a democratic country, as said by Abraham Lincoln, the democracy is of the people, for the people and by the people. So here the media provides every citizen the platform to engage in the democratic process and democratic governance. Now, these are the other mechanisms that you can all see, which the media perform to bridge the relationship between the governance and citizens. So talking about a relevant theoretical framework. At this point, this particular section will make my research work look more realistic and more practical. So agenda setting theories, basically it is a kind of a psychological theory which says that the more media give emphasis on a particular issue, the more public will perceive that issue as important. I know this is a kind of a very hectic definition. See, when the COVID-19 came in India, no one was giving concern. But as soon as the media broadcasts the content of COVID-19, the people started to take the precautionary measure. And that's what the agenda setting theory says. So here the media has set an agenda. The another one is the framing theory. The framing theory, yes, this one brings the biggest drawback of our media in a democratic country. Framing theory says that every media is having its own content and different media outlets on a same particular issue can cause the misunderstanding. Just 2 months before, you have seen the exit poll on different media outlets. The exit poll of the NDA and the India Alliance were different. So this is causing what? This is causing misunderstanding among the citizens. The third one is very simple, public sphere theory, which provides a platform to citizens where they can engage in the democratic process. Now, talking about the important case studies, well, we are having the 4 important case studies. The first one is the Tanushri Dutta and Nana Patekar, in which the Tanushri Dutta put forward the sexual harassment allegations on Nana Patekar, and believe me, here was the media only which provided the Tanushri Dutta the platform. So to basically the media made this particular movement successful, and you can also see that there are so many other movements. Here the role of media was very important in providing them platform. So as per the time constraint, this 2 minutes is reserved for question and answer. If anybody has any question, please feel free to ask. I will be really very happy to answer your query.